I can only speak for myself, right? I was just telling this young dude that I work with, I was just telling him that if I'm a 53-year-old man, on January 8th, I'll be 54, right? But when I was 39, the post office took my job, and that affected my personal business, right? Of Forecasters Incorporated. Now, if I was a man at 39 years old that didn't have a company, Forecasters Incorporated, then maybe I would be an ignorant man. See, I'm saying I don't know, right? So I was telling a young dude, I said, if a man is of age, an old man, and he's broke, then what good is the knowledge that he's teaching to you? Because if he had knowledge, he wouldn't be broke, right? So that type of person to me would be the person that's trying to start a war, right? Because they would need the youth, right, to do what they done got too old to do. You see what I'm saying? So now what they would be doing is trying to convert the youth to not use their lives wisely, but to throw their lives away. See, but because I am a father, right, and I am a father figure, and as a father, as a young father, because like I said, I got married when I was 19, I became a father when I was 20. So I have always been preparing for other people's success, right? And I have always had to have the job that supported the family, right? Because my wife wanted to be a nurse. So I had told her when we were 19 years old, going back to Pensacola, I told her the plan. I said, well, I'm going to get on at the post office. And now since we in the Navy, you go to school. So now, if she would have applied herself, she had 3 years when we was on government assistance. But we wasn't on welfare. I was in the Navy. You see what I'm saying? We had housing and all of that. But now, if my wife could not see the future and understand that that sacrifice would have been the reward of today, where she could have then supported the family, while I'm now learning how to be a lawyer, judge, and a prosecuting attorney, then the effects of this would not be so dire, right, or whatever. But they not really dire. It's based on understanding of what I believe, right, is wealth. So this is what I was trying to get my wife to understand, that when I was investing in you, I was investing in your wealth to me, because I operate off of knowledge, not money. Because I understand or understood that in a con, right, is two sides, right? And the person who is being con is ignorant to the con, right? But the person who running the con is in control of the outcome, because they in control of the con. You see what I'm saying? Now, they the first persons to know if the con done flipped, right? Because they see the mark waking up, right? So they got to keep him asleep. See what I'm saying? Or keep the subject off the trail of what they trying to do to flip them, right? So now, if you live your life looking for the flip like I did, right, you see that as a blessing. Because now you see, right, the opposite side of the con. Now, the person who running the con, see, they trying to, that's why they put me in a mental hospital 6 times. That's why they keeping me out of court. See, now they see that I'm trying to wake the masses up to the con. Now, see what they did in the Bible to make my job difficult, right? They told the deceived about how Jesus was supposed to leave leave the 99, excuse me, and go after the one, right? So now they thinking that they are the 99. But I'm saying, how can you be unified with all these different understandings of Jesus? So don't you see that you are the one? You are one under one understanding, right, of Jesus, right? So you are the one, and your understanding of Jesus came from another. So nothing came from you, right? So how are you not the one that got away? Because if God is truth, then everybody that's with God is true, right? So if you are confused, how are you true? Because the truth is absolute, right? So you are the one that God is going after. It's just that you are the masses. And that's where your confusion has come in at. So what happens when the masses wake up to the deception, right? Now they have to listen to one person for whom name is Tommy Chancey Castle Sr., tell them about their corrupted government, which they already know is corrupt. They just don't know what to do. So now you because I'm on trial, being one man, has had to walk through the valley of the shadow of death and fear no evil. Now I have to walk through the criminal, which is the drug dealer, the drug addict, the prostitutes, the pimps. I got to walk through all of that trying to tell them the good news about me, right? I got to walk through now the police who is confused, the sheriffs who confused because their police chiefs and their sheriffs is giving them misinformation, which making them put me in jail, a mental hospital. So they really think they helping me too, right? See how misinformation breeds a bad decision that needs legal correction. But now here the police and the sheriffs following their corrupted leaders. Now everybody see the bad leadership and blaming the sheriffs, but the deputy sheriffs, but it's actually the sheriff. So the sheriff is corrupt. They using the deputy sheriffs to do their bidding. Now the people mad with the sheriffs. See what I'm saying? See, this is what I'm saying. What happens when God used the power of the position against the anti-position, right? So if in religion it's the anti-Christ, then wouldn't a bad government be anti-government, but they the government that they anti of? See, so they saying that I'm against the government, but I'm saying that the government against the Florida Constitution, the United States Constitution, the Florida Bill of Rights, the United States Bill of Rights, the Declaration of Independence, and statutory law. So how can the government stand off its legal foundation? So if your government officials have led you astray, now your religious leaders should put you back on a spiritual foundation. But at the beginning of all deception, right, it was the serpent. Then at the second coming of deception, it was the Pharisees, the chief priests, the high priests, the scribes, and the elders. So see, at this day of judgment, it's going to be so many defendants that are actually goats, that the sheep's gonna be so few because you believe the lie instead of the truth. So now you are all goats because you're eating up the precious resources of the next generation because you're teaching them lies in the name of belief.